All right, you guys. So, welcome to writing equations of lines. So, this is just going to be a review. Okay. And then when you come to class on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, depending on if you're A day or B day, we will also continue to go over more examples and you'll be able to ask any questions. All right. So, you have been given 2 points -6, -2, and 6, comma 8. And we need to write the equation of a line. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to find the slope. Then you are going to use point slope form. And then you are going to solve for y. Okay, so those are your same 3 steps for every single problem. All right, so first thing I need to do is find the slope. So to find the slope, I need to identify that this is my x1, this is my y1. I don't know why I wrote y2. All right, so this is x1 and y1. This is x2, y2. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to plug that into my slope formula. So my slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if I make my replacements, that's going to be 8 minus -2. And then I'm going to take 6 minus -6. So 6 minus -6. All right. Well, 8 minus -2 is the same thing as 8 plus 2. And 8 plus 2 is 10. And 6 minus -6 is the same thing as 6 plus 6. So that's 12. Okay. So if you need to make yourself a reminder, that's the same thing as 8 plus 2. This is the same thing as 6 plus 6. All right, and then I have to always simplify fractions. So I'm going to divide both of them by 2. So I get 5 over 6. All right, so now that I have the slope, I'm done with my first step. Now I'm going to use point slope form. So that means I'm going to need this slope and I'm going to need one of these points. All right, so now my point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So this is your formula that you have to memorize. Okay, so y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So I'm going to do y minus, well, I've already identified y1. Okay, that's right here. Okay, so that's going to be -2. So y minus -2. I'm going to put that in parentheses to make it look neater. All right, I know what m is. M is right here. It is 5 over 6. Parentheses x minus x1. Well, I've identified that as -6. Parentheses. And then I'm going to put parentheses around that -6 to make it neater. All right, so just like slope, if I have a negative sign here, 2 negative signs, so that's really y plus 2 equals 5 over 6 times x plus 6. All right, so I've done my second step. Okay, so I found my slope. There's my first step. My second step was to plug it into point slope form. So that's what I've done when I've gotten to here. Okay, this right here, this step right here, that is point slope form. Okay. All right. Now I need to solve for y because that's how I'm going to type it into Delta Math. So that means I need to distribute here. So y plus 2 equals 5, 6 times x, and then 5, 6 times 6 over 1. That's how I multiply 5, 6 times 6. Well, 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 1 is 6, and that equals 5. So plus 5. Now I'm going to subtract 2. So I get y equals 5 over 6x plus 3. So there is my final answer. So I'm going to go here to Delta Math, and I'm going to type in y equals 5 divided by 6x plus 3. And I'm going to submit my answer, and I got my green check. Okay, you can see the same thing here. Y2 minus y1, there's my slope. Okay, now this is where it's different. He uses slope-intercept form. This is not the approach I want you to take. Okay, there's more steps involved. Okay, all right, and then here it is as a picture. Okay, and then you can see my final answer here and my final answer here. Okay, all right, I'll come back in 2 more videos with these topics.